All right, everybody, welcome. It's March the 18th, 2022, and you are here on Friday Night Live with Ron Holbert, Orlando, Florida, and my beautiful co-host, Lynn Nakamoto, over on the beach of St. Petersburg. Lynn, go ahead and introduce yourself a little more and learn us something here.
Just welcome to everyone. Everybody knows who you and I are, so we don't really have to introduce ourselves, do we? I think they know who we are.
You're probably right.
Yeah, Ron and Lynn, the Ron and Lynn show. It's pretty
There you
simple. But welcome everyone. We're glad you're here. Tonight's topic is artificial intelligence. And I think it's going to be a lively discussion. We have our 4 IT professionals here. They're going to be speaking on different topics related to AI. And as you know, we are lucky to be in OnPassive because everything we have is AI embedded. That sets us apart from a lot of the others, makes us special. So we want to talk about AI today and make it so that everyone can understand. This webinar is designed to make sure that you understand technical material in a way that's easy to digest. So I think our IT professionals here bring in a wealth of experience. They have decades of experience between the 4 of them, and it's real life experience. They can tell you what's happening in the field today. And every day, as they say, it changes. They have to keep updated to be capable in their field. So I'm really happy that they're here today, and we're going to be starting with Oliver Fonte.
Hi, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever we are in the world today. I just want to say thank you and appreciate Lynn and Ron for bringing us here today to try to talk about artificial intelligence, AI. AI has been around for the past, I can say 50 or 40, 50, 60 years today. But it wasn't that popular the way it was supposed to be. And a lot of these other big tech companies, they didn't realize that they can tap into it and make use of it. So I would say they used the shortcut because they wanted the money they didn't want to spend, because to use AI, artificial intelligence, it costs a lot of money. And I was so proud when our CEO mentioned last week or 2 weeks ago that we have a department for artificial intelligence, machine learning. You know, that is a big plus for us. You know, and I was also proud that we also have data scientists in the house that he has hired. You know, because with AI, we are the top. And when he said that OnPassive is going to be the top and the top when it comes to technology, we are going to be more than 5 years ahead of all the other tech in the companies or providers. And I want to say that AI today is a technology. It's a new reality that will drive the world technology. Artificial intelligence will power the possibility of yesterday to become today's technology. This is the ability for machine to learn and act intelligently. By this, I mean they are good in making decisions, carry on tasks, and predict future outcome for what they can learn from data. For example, we can see from our Sonar. Sonar is a very good example. Though all our products are being, they are being embedded from scratch with artificial intelligence. This is huge. This is huge. When you look at the other tech companies out there, some of them they use AI. Some of them, a lot of them, they patch because they didn't use AI. They didn't embed AI from scratch. So now what they do now, they patch. It can never be the same. That is why artificial intelligence, OnPassive, is the first that I know that I've been in the industry for that long, is the first company to have AI from scratch. That's that embedded in from scratch. And so also with AI, there are 4 types of AI. You have the reactive AI. The reactive AI, is programmed to learn about the past and future based on the input it receives. it is in all our products. When you look at Academy, it's just part of it, that it learned about the past and the future, and based on the input it received, it filters spams. Look at our own mail, it filters spams. The security there also, bam, is good. The next artificial intelligence type of artificial intelligence is limited memory AI. It uses the past data to improve later use for today. The automation and the training, the past data to make prediction in the future. Remember that AI, the more like our O chart. When we started with our O chart, the CEO said that we should keep writing. The more you write, the algorithms will perfect the questions and the answer. That is part of the limited memory, AI memory. And it is in almost all our products. Let me just say almost, let me say in all our products, we do have those features. The one good thing that our CEO has done with all our products is that he has used almost all the features of artificial intelligence. This is the smartest thing that he has done. And this is what is leading. ONPASSIVE is leading today technology from all the other tech industry. By the time when we go to the world will bumble. The world is going to be like a tsunami. Let me use this word from the CEO and Mr. Charles also. There is going to be like a tsunami that is coming. The bomb, the lava that will be flowing down, because all our products are giving a thumbs up, and the tech guys that they've worked so hard to have AI in all our products. They've used all the features. The third type of AI that I will talk about also is the theory to mine AI. This has the capability to understand emotions, and replicate them, such as humans. That is why the CEO has a department of artificial intelligence and machine learning. That the third part, that the theory to mine artificial intelligence, that is the one, the emotional part that it will train. So that department that we have in Hyderabad that will be training for AI and machine learning, we are always going to be at the top of the game. We are going to be at the top of the game. The fourth one is the one that we call self-awareness AI. Self-awareness AI, I know we've used part of it, because it goes right down deep into feelings, human feelings and emotions. We can see that in Sonar. That's the fourth one that is not that common now in the world. It's not that common today in the world, but I've seen some of our products do have that part, like Sonar. Sonar do have that emotional part in it, because Sonar can go back to your past conversation. When let's say you talk with Sonar 2 weeks ago, you come back, Sonar can recall your conversation with her for today. That is huge. So we've seen how our CEO and the tech guys in Hyderabad, they've used almost all the 4 types of AI. The other AI that I want to talk about also is the cybersecurity AI. The cybersecurity AI, it analyzes network traffic and identify all crimes. This is now part of our data center, our cloud AI data center, that has event prediction, it has automation detection, it has real-time monitoring and alert, and it has that robust control there also. So everything in ONPASSIVE is AI, from our data center to everything is AI. The other one that I want to talk about also is our low-code and no-code AI. This is where they've used our website. OCreate has all the feature of low code and no code. This is where our developers in Heidelberg, they've done a wonderful job on that part, because it's a lot of coding that is in there. So I also want to talk about the AI automation. Look about our AI automation, that they will have the automation part in there. Odesk, AI automation, the Odesk is part of front desk. They've used everything is embedded is AI in there. So all our products are all embedded with artificial intelligence. And like I said before, we are ahead of the game. So I will end there and pass it over to Miss Lynn, Auntie Lynn, to take it. Thank you.
Thank you for that nice overview of AI. Now we will go on to Collins Mana, who's going to be talking about examples of AI in our daily life. I'm looking forward to this part. Oh, before I forget, I meant to say that Ashma Farah says that he'll try to come tonight. So maybe in about an hour, I mean, since we started around 9-ish or so, give or take, he may be coming. So just wanted to let you know. All right, he's going to give us updates. Okay, now we continue with Collins. I think got to make Collins. Is Collins a admin? No, he's not a co-host. Okay, go ahead, Collins, unmute.
Great, thank you, Lynn. I was just trying to unmute myself.
So sorry about that.
I just want to welcome everyone. It's nice to be here today on the Friday night live. Yeah, so I'll be talking about example of AI. You know, Bro Oliver, you've just said it all. You know, it's about coding and coding and coding. You know, AI is about code, writing code. Without the code behind, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you loudly and clearly.
Yeah. So yeah, without the code behind, there is nothing we can do. You understand? The engineers who are specialized in writing code on AI, they are really doing a wonderful job. So I would just like to talk about example, you know, of AI in our daily life. All of us, there is nobody here who've not used any product, you know, containing AI. So one of the example, how many of you have called maybe your GP? Hands up if you call any place and machine, you know, give all the answer. For instance, press 1 for this, press 2 for this, go to this department. How many of you? Hands up if you never heard that. That's AI. Wonderful. That's AI. Banking application, they call it IVR system. You know, so machine is taking over a lot of jobs. You know, again, how many of you go to your cash machine and withdraw money, cash? How many of you has bank card? A lot. Your card in, card out, check in. You know, when you enter your card, input your PIN, and you receive your cash. That is artificial intelligence in a small way. How many of you go to Walmart supermarket and you see all the fridges there and they have certain temperatures? And sometimes people walk in, fix some of the fridges without those who are there, call them and say the fridge is broken. AI is controlling those fridge, all of those fridge. So when there is something, anything happen with one of the fridge, say the temperature change, for instance, a fridge can, you know, they can set a temperature on a particular freezer and said, we want this temperature to be at 15 degrees. When the temperature rise above 15 degrees, what will happen? It means the temperature have risen and everything within or in that particular freeze box will spoil. You understand? So when it goes above that temperature, there is an alarm there that will trigger, and it will trigger information to the dashboard system. And what will happen? It will go straight to the handheld device of the engineer, and the engineer will go walk straight, repair that fridge. That is artificial intelligence. How many of you travel? Again, through airport, facial recognition. You have to go through the security, and they say, scan your passport and this, and then the gate will open for you. That is artificial intelligence in a small way. As Brother Oliver said, some people patches and some allow it to go in a small scale. How many of you use your GPS navigator? You want to go somewhere, you set your navigation, pop, 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 and you said, I'm going from X to Y, and you travel smoothly. That is artificial intelligence in the making. I will talk about solar energy. Let me look at the energy sector. Look at the light, you know, all the light in most of the shops, this big supermarket you can think of, you know, the street light, it goes off and on, astronomical clock. You know, when there is sunrise, what happens? The light goes off, it switches off. When the sun sets, the light comes back on. Nobody is controlling it. That is artificial intelligence. Monitor the light, controlling it. That is an energy saving. You know, once it happens like that, most companies would like to do that because they want to save money. So I can go on and on and on of a lot of devices that are artificial intelligence. Toothbrushes, electric toothbrush you use every day, you know, with the battery, artificial intelligence, because it can dictate your teeth and your gum and stuff like that. So there are just a lot we use, but we don't know that what we are using is machine learning. And what is happening, because when they build this application, you know, we humans, we want it to behave like humans because we want to save time. And that is what Mr. Ashmofara is doing, because ONPASSIVE of taking artificial intelligence to another level, from products to marketing. You know, I remember, I think we all know that Mr. Ashmofara drove traffic. How many? Just did it, and they got how many? 1 million opt-ins. And now we are talking with artificial intelligence that will bring millions upon millions of customers. You know, you have to do it. So you teach the machine like a baby to do what you expect the machine to do. And then the machine will become more sophisticated, more than you, the humans. Not like you think, because the more you input information, the more the machine learns to behave like humans. So it saves your own time for you to relax, and the machine will do it more efficiently. You know, look at most of the robots now. You go to car industries, there are robots there, you know, car manufacturing industry doing all the work. That is AI. It's all embedded with AI, because they will do the job 100 times efficient than humans. And that is why they are putting all those code and make sure they can free our time. So some of the jobs that are repetitive, AI can do it. And then things that are not repetitive, we humans now can do it. So Lynn, I will leave it there and just want to thank you for inviting me. Thanks very much.
That was really good. I could relate to every one of those examples. I'm like, yes, I know about AI. Pretty good, huh? Okay, next we have Vincent Ete. He's going to talk about AI advantages relative to databases. So you have the floor, Vincent. We just got to make you unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, Ron. And thanks, Brother Oliver, for a good presentation, and Brother Collins for also excellent presentation. They all did very excellent. So today, what I'm going to talk about is also talking about artificial intelligence benefits or advantages with databases. So we know that artificial intelligence is having a clear impact on the databases. So I give one example of the advantage of artificial intelligence with the database. We have like Microsoft SQL Azure database is in the cloud, but Azure database is in the cloud, it's not on premise. So this is apply the automatic tuning to improve the database performance. So this is one of the advantage of using the Azure, Microsoft Azure in the cloud. So when you use another big database company called Oracle, I know a lot of people know about Oracle. So Oracle also uses machine learning to enable the database, like automatic upgrade, SQL patching, and also it turns itself for SQL running. So this is also another advantage of artificial intelligence in Oracle also. So also to the idea of this is giving a better performance for artificial intelligence. When we say better performance, we use our ONPASSIVE app application like ONET. ONET we're going to use a lot of data. So people will come in, they will put a lot of input in the ONET, and also OChat. So all this is built on the artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence, because it will be a lot of data, so normally it will be slow. And then people will complain that, oh, it's too slow. We can't get it. It's not running fast as the way people want to use it. But because of artificial intelligence, it will make a better performance. So this is the good part of using artificial intelligence with OChat and ONET. So because it will be a lot of information in, the data will be enough. But because of artificial intelligence, we get a significant fast, and then the query will have also fast querying, and then also confident-based querying. When you run your query, you are confident that you have an answer, you have a query result, so you get a better result. So, and also the flexibility to use the data easily. So we have a flexibility to use the data easily. All this is because of artificial intelligence system. So we have also better access to common SQL engine. So when you run the SQL engine, you have a better access. So this is all provided by artificial intelligence. So we call a very large database. So when you have a very large database, when the database is huge, is big, normally it should be running very slow because it's huge and let's go a lot of information in. But because of artificial intelligence, we have a good performance. It will not affect the very large database like ONET or maybe OChat, because they will be very big database behind them. So this artificial intelligence will make it. And then I'll talk about security of artificial intelligence. We have a robust security and an encryption system. So the artificial intelligence database management system also give a solution for capacity planning, support security, and also workload, because we have a big workload. So we have a workload optimization and also performance training. Okay, the last part I will talk, I think my brother Oliver talked about also the anti-spam cyber security, but the cyber security I will talk is a cyber security linked to the data mining, the cyber security, the data mining, the artificial intelligence, and the machine learning in cyber security. Also, this develop also the model for intrusion and also intrusion detection and execution of malware classification. So it helped to protect, because of the database behind, help to protect this, the artificial intelligence protect this. So combine the data mining, the artificial intelligence, and the machine learning. So this all in the cyber security give a better security in the cyber security. So this is a very part of the artificial intelligence security system. So I'll hand there, I'll pass to Auntie Lynn to continue. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vincent. Very good explanation of our database and AI embedded. So it's very good information for all of us. Thank you so much. Now we have Bob Takusi, who's going to take the floor.
All right. Good evening, all ONPASSIVians. Hope we're all having a beautiful Friday. This is Bob from Bel-Air, Maryland. Good to see you all. I'd like to give a shout out to Brother Chris Johnson, especially. I watched him at the 2.5 Men show today with Brother Marty and Red. I could feel the energy from Mr. Johnson, and I'm sure he can hear the rumble that will be waiting for us from the distance. I know Brother Johnson could hear it, you know, the rumble is right here. I also want to take this opportunity to let everybody know, invite everyone to come on Monday so we can listen to our founder, our CEO. It looks like he has a lot of information to give us, so everybody should make it a duty to be there on time. So today we're talking about artificial intelligence. I'm just going to speak on a broad perspective. Thank you, Brother Oliver, for well presented, and my fellow colleagues, Vincent and Collins. Sometime last year, just when our founder, our CEO, when we opened the office in Hyderabad in India, there was a lot of buzz. People were going out, people were looking at the office. It was very nice. Journalists were going out and investigating and writing stories about ONPASSIVE. And there was a particular article that was written about us. I think maybe it was Mr. Jeffrey Morlock who put it in the back office, or someone put it in the back office, and I read it and it caught my attention. In that article, they described ONPASSIVE as a US-based company. That is, they describe it as a US-based company that is a provider of a predictive, intelligent business automated solution, a business product with artificial intelligence. That encapsulates exactly what ONPASSIVE is all about. It's a system that is being built, as our brother Oliver told us, from the ground up, all the way up with artificial intelligence. Most of the companies that are out there today, they are only trying to do reverse engineering, trying to catch up with the times. I read an article from the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai. He said that the impact of artificial intelligence is going to be greater than the impact of electricity to mankind. Then last year, I also read something about from the former CEO of IBM. She said, her name is Ginny Rometty. She said, in the next, maybe by 2025, artificial intelligence is going to dominate our lives. So the Google CEO is projecting, he's saying that in by 2030, the IBM CEO is saying that by 2025, our founder, Mr. Ash Mufarah, comes and says, no. We're going to do tomorrow's technology today. And he says that it's in the back office. If you listen to that video, there's a short video, a 7-minute video. As it opens, the narrator is telling us, I believe that's Mr. Ash Mufarah, that's him saying that. We are going to build tomorrow's technology today. That is what ONPASSIVE is all about. Artificial intelligence is going to impact every area of our lives, every area. I read a study from the University of Southern California at Berkeley. They gave a few areas in which our lives are going to be impacted. Entertainment is one. They are projecting that in the next few years, in the entertainment industry, you're going to be able to sit on your couch, order a movie, virtual movie with your virtual actors, and watch the movie. That's what they are projecting now. That's what AI is going to be able to do. Then they're saying that producers and directors, those who are movie makers, they are not going to be having flops anymore, because they're going to be able to use their script, put it in AI, and then the AI is going to be able to analyze and tell them if that movie is going to be well received or not. Healthcare is another area that will be impacted immensely. Right now, according to the study that the USC folks are conducting, they are saying that doctors and hospitals are working together. They are coming up with systems, AI-driven systems, that are going to use your genetic code. They use your genetic code for your diagnosis, and then they give you a cure. So imagine how lives are going to be saved. Right now, if you have cancer or you have brain tumor, any illness, you go through, the doctors will try several different kinds of treatment, and then they find one that suits you. But now, with AI, they're going to use your genetic code, find your diagnosis, and then they can plug in the system, and then they'll give you a treatment that is specific to your genetic code. That's another wonder. In cybersecurity, we're also going to be impacted. We know artificial intelligence is built, it has its natural defense, but it also has learning algorithm. It learns the system, and it can also, like Brother Oliver said, it can also prevent future attacks and know future attacks, and stop it. So cybersecurity is going to be a major benefactor of this AI technology. We have geriatric or vital tasks for all folks. They are saying that, they are projecting that with the help of artificial intelligence, older people are going to be able to live in their houses for longer periods. Artificial intelligence is going to be able to monitor their houses, know what is in their refrigerators, what they have to eat. They will see, they can monitor their movements around the house, and keep them safe. Do you guys remember the product that Ash has told us all my life? You know? And then we also have transportation. In the transportation industry, it's already been impacted right now as we speak. We already have Google self-driving cars out there. In Europe, we have all those high-speed trains are self-driven. They don't have conductors. It's driven by AI. And then right now, as I speak to you all, Boeing is developing a plane that is going to fly without the pilot, a self-flying plane, AI. But the pilots are going to put in some data, but the plane is going to fly itself. So those are the wonders, those are the areas that AI is impacting us. But let's see, within this AI, within artificial intelligence or machine learning as we know, there are various other sub-areas within. Machine learning, as we know, is the ability of the system that Brother Colin said, is the ability of the system to perform imitate humans. So they are trying to substitute what humans do, right? So how do they do that? So by collecting massive amount of data, the machine is able to understand. They understand the data, they read the data, they understand because it's many. But within the machine learning, there's what we call deep learning. So when they collect this massive amount of data, deep learning kicks in. Deep learning now analyzes the data. Like they do the business analytics. They analyze the data, they do their data mining, they look at the statistics, the trends and everything. They understand the details of the data. They look at, they verify, make sure the verification of the data is correct, and then they do predictive analysis, they predict. So you get the data, massive amount of data, machine learning, that's what our system is doing. You get this data, you do your deep learning, you analyze the data deeply, right? Then you predict, you make predictions. Now, when you predict, what happens next? There's another sub-area called decision management. Now the system is going to make a decision on what to do next. So once they make the decision on what to do next, then another sub-area. Now the machine it does the task, right? As it does the task, this is robotic process automation. So the machine now replaces what the human, remember, we have looked at the data, we've analyzed the data, we've made a prediction of what this system can do, and then the system now does the act, the function. So those are three areas or four sub areas of the technology. Then we have speech recognition. For instance, we have in OConnect, we have the auto translator. So the system captures your speech, converts it into digital text, and then translates it, and it's written on their text in various languages on the screen. You know, so we have speech recognition. That's another area of the system. Then we have something they call the natural language generator or natural language processing, where the system is programmed to be cognitive, to understand the cognitive ability of the system, the interaction of that system with humans. You know, that's called that's a natural language generator or natural language processing. Then we have the virtual agent, which is like our OChat. OChat is a virtual agent. Remember, OChat is the person working for us when we are asleep, when we are not there. So it's a virtual agent. And then they also have the tool that we use with OD. They also have just right off my head, but we also have image recognition. Image recognition. Remember the last year we had the issue here in Washington DC where so many people came and stormed the US Capitol, and they all went away. And then all of a sudden, so many of them were arrested again. Image recognition, Brother Collins told us about that. They are able to scan all those images, look at the faces of those people, they pick their faces. Everybody is registered in some database somewhere. So that they can pull their face and then match them. That's how they're able to arrest all those people. And most of them are facing trials now. You know, so all this now together makes the whole system, work, makes the whole system better for us. And this is what is driving This is the technology that is driving underlying layer of our infrastructure of AI. So I just wanted to commend all of us, all my friends, for a job well done. And I will send it back to Auntie Lynn.
Thank you, Bob Takusi. Just amazing. I'm blown away every time I hear about AI and how much it's going to immerse our society. Our entire world will be all about AI. It's amazing to me. At this time, I would like to give Marty DeGarmo the floor.
That might be the biggest mistake you made tonight. Hey, thanks, tech guys. Great job. The part of AI that fascinates me, because I'm a marketer and a lot of people that are marketers will feel the same way. I've been checking it out the last few weeks, and some of the stuff that AI is involved with as far as marketing side of it, AI has thousands of tools and apps running. It runs quietly behind the scenes to make our jobs easier, okay? I had thought, well, AI comes along, people are going to be wiped out of jobs and all that. And what all the big magazines are saying is actually it will create millions and millions of high-tech positions, which is really good to know. It just switches things. It can actually, they're using AI now. You know how people when they're hiring people or they're going through resumes, AI can slam through thousands of resumes and pick exactly what man or woman you're looking for a certain job. To me, it's mind-blowing. It actually saves time. You're not wasting time as somebody, if you're going through 500 of them and you need 501st one to be the person you're looking for, it's really, really quick. Another thing I found out, like with AI, the hardest thing in marketing for emails, for example, we've done thousands of different emails. The hardest thing is getting somebody to actually open the email, okay? It doesn't matter what the content is. They won't open it because the subject line, how do I say it? Sucks, okay? But AI learns what the people prefer, which is mind-blowing. It will actually, you will have a website, the websites will go out, it will learn from the people's response, and it can do a spin text to change the wording in the website to make it more appealing for either a demographic or a certain age group or whatever. And the same thing with like an email, right? So when you write an email, it will know that email's no good, and it'll change it to something that's a little bit better. How far advanced ONPASSIVE will be, but that's the kind of stuff that it can be doing in the background while we're sleeping, okay? Decision making, okay? You can't do decision making unless you're taught, and these guys can correct me, unless you're programmed and taught to think. It's not quite the same as us, but you put a lot of data into it, and it actually learns what you're starting to like. That's mind-blowing. Let me tell you why. When you do it physically, like we have, myself, Mike, and Dan, and other marketers here, it's a gut feeling sometimes. And gut feeling, it can be very costly. But with AI, it doesn't have emotion. It goes by statistics and what works and what doesn't work, but it does it in milliseconds, which actually blows me away. The performance of marketing is going to increase. That's how you get numbers, a higher return on investment. You're not putting out thousands of emails and maybe 5% open. If you get the right content for the subject line, boom, people are more likely to open it, okay? Let me see some other stuff that I took notes on. Yeah, it'll take care of the entire content generation of the email and the creating the copy. And by the way, it can change the image to make it more appealing. Okay, I mean, come on, that's what we're part of. That's why when this launches, we all become experts, even though we may not know anything. That's the beauty of this company. Here's another one. It will detect what you're shopping for. like right now, if you punch in an item, I don't care what it is, you'll get sent 4 or 5 of these, supposedly the top 5 in the industry, and then it'll give you a running list of what's better and what's not. This one will shoot in, and then if you ask questions or you put any kind of input, it's already ahead of the crowd because it knows that when that input was put in 500,000 times before, there's a 90% chance that this answer is the correct answer. I hope I'm making sense. This is mind-blowing. This is stuff that we can do it, but it's very difficult. It's a moving madhouse of trying to do it, and it's money lost trying to generate something that might work. It detects the shopping around, comparing products, services. It can serve content designed to differentiate your product or service from those competitors. It won't take the same things. It'll take what they don't have and put it up to the front. So they go, whoa, none of the other ones mentioned that. So guess what? That creates sales, right? It creates sales. And it can target promotions and urging them. Some of the promotions will urge them to act now, take advantage of the limited time offer or whatever comes in. It's not tricking, it's more because we know that ONPASSIVE has the best products. So if we got to trick them into getting the best product, that's not a trick. That's the best thing you could do for mankind because there's so much crap. And to end it, because I know I'm running around like an idiot, I drink a lot of coffee. They figure it will create 58 million new artificial intelligence jobs by the end of this year, by the way. So it's powerful stuff, man. It just blew me away. And I am not an IT guy. Okay, let me reemphasize that. But thank you guys. That's all I have.
Awesome. You know, when you think about what ONPASSIVE is going to do for us, it's just remarkable, right? We have the best products, lowest prices, AI embedded in everything. And we have Ashmo Farah. That's another plus, right? Because he's a marketing genius. Driving traffic is what he does best. So this marketing campaign that is coming up, it's going to blow our minds. It's going to be something the world has never, ever seen before. So when you put all those things together, there's nothing better than ONPASSIVE. So that makes me very, very excited. All right, so now this is our time for questions and answers pertaining to the topic, which is AI. So let's stick with the topic, okay? And when Ashmo Farah comes, I want to give some ground rules. This is going to be a time for him to talk about updates. So it is not necessarily a time for question and answers from the participants here today. So I want to make that clear. So we won't be having hands raised unless he asks you directly a question. Let's say he says, okay, Bob Takusi, I would like to talk about AI. And then of course you can respond to that. But other than that, let's give Ashmo Farah the floor because I'm sure he has some exciting things to tell us. So let's just respect that. All right, so now we have.
Len, can I add one more? I want to add one more thing just before I
Certainly.
forget.
Please do.
Monday, okay? Try to get people there Monday. People you know, obviously you know because you've heard about it, but pass it along. Monday, okay, he doesn't want people to have a misunderstanding that Monday's some big blow up. Monday is where he's going to roll out some things that are coming. So if you want to hear it firsthand, you need to be there. And he will be coming in sometime during the roundtable. The reason he can't pick a certain time is he is booked from morning until morning. I was going to say morning till night, but that's not even true. From morning till morning. So he needs a window that he can jump in. And he doesn't know what that window is until that day. So he just wanted to make sure we emphasize, if people want to know what's going on, they got to be there. Because I think he's going to roll out some stuff that's coming very soon. But don't get the I don't want people going there saying, oh, we're launching Monday. That wasn't said. It was never thought about. Look, Oliver almost jumped out of his chair already. No, but just, I like messing with Oliver. But No, just so that everybody knows they have the right idea of what's going on. That's all. Sorry for interrupting. I'm done.
No, that's good. That's good. So just remember, it's time for Ash Mafara to talk to us. Last time he was here with us, he shared quite a bit because we weren't constantly bombarding him with raised hands. So let's allow him that time and freedom, please. Appreciate it. All right, now we have our question and answer session. So we have Mary Carroll from PNG. Let me unmute you. There you go. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Lynn and everyone. I'm sorry, my hand must have gone up automatically. I have no questions. I don't understand the subject matter. I'm just trying to follow it. But I do appreciate the professionals coming out and explaining. I've taken notes, which I need to read again and try to understand. But truly, I appreciate everyone. Thank you, thank you, and thank you.
It's lovely to have you here, Mary. It was a nice accident that you raised your hand. All right. So the floor is open for discussion and questions. We probably have a few minutes before Mr. Mafara comes, so let's take advantage of that time. I want to also allow our IT professionals to speak as well. Bob?
Yeah, so I forgot the one area which I forgot when I was speaking is augmented reality. You know, it's another area, another sub area in machine learning, artificial intelligence, where I see somebody like Mr. Bill Most doing wonders with pictures and videos and all the creativity that he does. Augmented reality, you know, like how you take an image or a picture or something and you create wonders with it, you superimpose sound and everything. You know, when you think of audit, you know, when I read about audit, I think of augmented reality. That's another area that where we are using artificial intelligence to its optimum potential. I just wanted to throw that in.
Thank you very much.
Also my sister, Marcienne, she loves to make videos and pictures and all kinds of stuff. She would love audit, and it is driven by augmented reality. Yeah.
Oh, Marcy's going to have a ball.
Yeah.
Marcienne, she loves graphics. You know, she's really good at it. She doesn't have any like educational background in it, but she's a natural with design. So she's going to have a blast with audit. We look forward to seeing what she makes, what she creates. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, next we have Paul. Paul, go ahead and ask your question or make your comment.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Can you see me too?
No, your video's off.
Oh, my video is off. I'm not an expert, of course. Let's see. Start video. There we go.
There, good job.
I've been wondering about the customer service aspect of the business when the products are all sold and we have millions of customers using them. They'll be calling in with questions, concerns, and doing what customers do. Do we know if there will be an artificial intelligence program that will have like a frequent ask question section where all the answers to common questions will be programmed into a computer algorithm, and then the computer will just automatically select an answer for a question and route it to that person? Do we know if there will be some sort of system like that? Because I can see where a customer service center could be literally overrun with questions coming in from all over the world.
Good question, Paul. And I know just the person who's going to answer this question, and that is Mr. Bob Takusi.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yes, Paul, and I hope if I make any mistake, our CEO is going to correct me. So, Paul, we have a distinctly unique product as well in our suite of products. In fact, this is one of my favorite products. I've been talking about it since for the past maybe year and a half now. I've been screaming about this product. It's called the OChat. OChat to me is one of the most significant products in our suite of products. I believe that when everything is said and done, when everything has been rolled out, it is OChat that is going to carry us through. OChat is like your virtual employee. I will just talk about the various. It's your virtual agent. OChat is the guy that's sitting in the back office and waiting for your customers to come. And OChat it has been programmed to actually behave like a human being. So when those customers come and they send those requests, they are coming in left, right, and center. It is OChat who is in your back office responding to those questions. OChat is also programmed with emotions. It can be emotional, like Oliver said. It will remember everything that you had said previously, and then it will respond. OChat is your business analyst, your system. OChat has a wealth of answers in her vault. And as time goes on, as the system stays longer and we have more data coming in there, the more perfect OChat becomes. So when customers will come, OChat will be responding to those questions that they're asking. That OChat is taking your orders. OChat is giving free trials. OChat is answering questions. OChat is doing everything that a traditional customer service agent will do. But when there's a problem, at a moment where there is any issue, of course, as it usually is, OChat will synchronize with the support, with the back office. And then a real life person will show up and continue with that transaction. Remember, OChat is also virtual. So it could be replicated. OChat, if you might have 15 customers coming to your website at the same time. OChat will replicate it 15 times, and OChat is serving those 15 customers at once. OChat can speak any language. If your customers are from France, OChat will serve them. From China, OChat will serve them. From Russia, OChat will serve them. From Saudi Arabia, OChat can talk any language. You see? So we have that in our vault. So I will let you to not worry. Mr. Ash got us covered.
That's brilliant.
Also a product. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just add something, bro. Let me just add something on OChat. You know, we are talking about machine learning, right? Machine learning. We tell machine what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So now OChat is like a baby. The more we'll be sending data on data, reasonable data, what will happen? OChat will respond to some, and some that are not they're really ready, the developer or those. For instance, if you go in and you type, I want to know about OMail. If OMail is already there, they've already coded the answer, OChat will give you the answer. If the answer is not there, OChat will pass you to a live support. That is how it works. And they will code it for future reference. So the next time somebody come and ask the question that you have asked before previously, OChat will give the answer. And it goes on and on and on. It's like a baby creeping and then go to maturity and become so efficient. One of the points I want to make about artificial intelligence embedded in it, you know, artificial intelligence is designed to work effectively, efficiently, and without fatigue.
Yes.
So this is brilliant stuff. So I mean,
yes,
I could see where OnPassive could literally sell systems like these to other companies that are in other industries, like for instance, T-Mobile, who is my telephones provider. They don't have a system like this, and I've often asked them, why don't they create an automatic FAQ section for us that call in with all kind of problems? And they've been in business for like 20 years.
Yes, Paul. And I think I'm correct. I think OChat is a product. We're using it as our product, and I think I'm correct. If not, maybe our founder will correct me. But OChat is also a product that other companies will need. You understand?
Sure.
So, you know, my teammates will tell you, I'm so crazy with OChat. In fact, I'm the one who said that OChat is a woman. See, about a year and a half ago, before our founder came and said, Sona, uttered the word Sona. OChat is very intelligent. OChat knows everything about this system. You understand? So We should be good. We should be good,
Yeah.
Paul.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Daryl. Go ahead and unmute yourself, and good to see you here.
Yes, very interesting. Hey, gentlemen, is it a reasonable consideration to think that as a teacher is using Ocademy and OConnect and interacting with students, that as students ask questions, the teachers give a responsible answer, and then over time, those same questions or similar questions are going to be asked. Will the AI start to build an intelligence and a sequence of answers? So when a student can ask a question, let's say if they're doing a virtual lesson, and the student asks, is 2 + 2 5? And then the AI has this bank of answers for 2 + 2. Then it comes up, no, student A, the answer is 2. Is that a reasonable consideration?
Again, I believe so, but I would defer to our founder, one of my colleagues. But remember that, Mr. Cook, good to see you. Remember that OChat is also the chat is also embedded in Ocademy, right? So those questions, I'm sure, when they ask those questions, they will be able to get the response, because OChat collects all that data and then perfects itself as a response to the questions that are coming in.
This will be a game changer if that can implement that, and it seems
OChat
very
is
reasonable.
Embedded in Ocademy, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we good? Nobody has any other questions? My gosh, this is such a big topic. Go ahead. Any of our panelists can also, not panelists, but our speakers, our presenters, our IT guys, go ahead and talk about anything you want to. Go ahead.
Armand has his hand raised.
Bruce, were you trying to say something?
Armand had his hand raised.
I beg your pardon?
I don't know where he went.
Well, I think he's doesn't need to be.
Armand has the hand raised, Lynn.
He's been, I'm trying to bring him to the panelists. He has been declining.
Yeah, I have too. Lynn, does Mike Ellis have anything he can share with us tonight?
Hi, Mike. Got anything for us? If you're there.
Yeah, no, I'm here, Lynn. I'm here. I always have a couple of words. I come at this in a little different direction. I think AI is an absolutely terrific tool, and the tech guys did a great job explaining what AI will do. But I think there are some hidden benefits to ONPASSIVE that maybe we're not thinking about. You know, when you think about AI's been around for a very, very long time, okay? And it's not always been a good tool that people used. In other words, there are some companies, some people out there that use AI in a very nefarious way, okay? And I think if we knew the total extent of AI and how some people use it, we probably would not want to be on that list, and we would not want them to use AI to take away our liberties and our freedoms. Now, what ONPASSIVE brings to the table, and I think this is just absolutely marvelous. Yeah, there are nefarious things that you can do with AI. Absolutely. It's being done all the time around the world. But as we look at Ashbufar, as we look at ONPASSIVE and what they're bringing to the table, honest, clean, and ethical, people will look at that, understand what AI can do, and they will rush into ONPASSIVE because they know that Ashbufar is going to use AI in a very, very ethical way. And AI is a great tool to better people's lives and what they do, their businesses, that kind of thing. But as you look at AI, you have to be very, very careful. And I know Ash has thought about this. When AI is used in the proper way, it benefits mankind. And I believe that's what Ash is going to do. And I believe because of that, it's this hidden benefit for Unpassive. When people see how ethical and how clean Unpassive is, how clean Ash Mufareh is, how honest he is, they're going to rush from where they are and they're going to come into Unpassive, because they know no one's going to steal their information. No one's going to sell it to a third party. No one's going to do things that take away their liberty, their freedom, and try and manipulate and control. So I think AI, the tech guys did a great job. I think Ash is gonna rock the world with his AI, because it's going to be honest, clean, and ethical. And that is Unpassive. That is Ash Mufareh. That is all of us here. So when I look at it, I look at it in a little different terms. Maybe you all didn't want to hear that, but I know AI, I know what it can do, and it can do some really, really, really great things. And in the hands of Unpassive, I believe it will. So that's it, Lynn. Just a quick, there you go.
That was awesome. Thank you. We have Willow Griffith next. You wanna, let me unmute you. Go ahead, Willow.
Okay, gotcha. You know, I'm an old soul here. I've been working in IT since, well, 40 years, to say the least. You know, I started at McClellan Air Force Base when they had a computer that took up a whole room with vacuum tubes. So I know how, after World War II, AI took hold. We had new technology in the military that didn't quite reach the regular public for a long time, but they've been using AI to improve our life for 40, 50 years. It is nothing new. However, I think Mike Ellis hit it on the head. People are afraid of moving out of their comfort zone. Ash mentions that, or the Peter principle, rise into the, all of those things apply. But people are so afraid, they keep wanting to go back. They're looking in their rearview mirror all the time, and they're not looking forward. We're not going back. Going back is not an option. So we adjust and we move forward, and doing so, we're going to embrace AI with a passion, because it's going to not only enable us to have more time with our children and our family and our homes, it's going to create different types of jobs for us that perhaps we may have to be a little more skilled, or we may have to be retrained for. But it is not a human being. It is not going to take our place in the world. We're going to carve out our own, and we're going to utilize artificial intelligence to improve our lives. Mike hit it right on the nose. Ash is an admirable human being. And I'm seeing changes in technology now that absolutely blow my mind. I get so excited I can hardly contain myself, because it's going to be fantastic. Unpassive is going to be at the forefront of this. And I don't think people really realize how important that is for us, because 1.3 million people, don't kid yourself, that we're not going to make an impression on the world. And Ash knows it. He's going to be at the top of his game when it comes to AI. And we're going to be the examples and the ambassadors that follow up after him and show AI is not going to kill you. Get off your can and just get with it, So I don't always sympathize with people that are afraid of progress. we're going to take this world right now into a new world. And the best way we're going to keep control of artificial intelligence is by using it, watching it, seeing what it's doing, who's developing what, where it's going. Are we going to allow that? We can't do that by sitting at home and saying, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's going to eat me. You know, here comes the robot. So I think that this is the most exciting journey I've ever been on in my life. As far as not afraid of anything, he's going to take it on. He's taking on AI right up to his neck. And I applaud him for it. I just had to get that in because I met, thank you, John. I met Dr. Shaw today for the first time. Whew, ladies, he is really something. Hot damn. I don't know. We can't turn him loose too often, but we'll have to keep our fans with us all the time. He's really charming. But he mentioned some things, and we were just kind of discussing one-on-one what he could do to add to the technology that would bring doctors to the front, where we could dial them up and say, hey, I got a rash on my elbow, you know, what can I do, whatever. And he was so encouraging. He says, I wish all of your leadership council would take this to Mr. Ash and let him know we're all for that. We got people waiting, you know, we can put into that kind of health care. And we're going to see it happen, and we're pretty soon that they can operate on you from 1,000 miles or 100,000 miles away. They've got things that can save the world. Field medicine, for one thing, is a thing where AI is going to just shine. When you've got a soldier that's bleeding to death out in the ground, or in an accident or a car accident, and they've got a little box that'll come there and fix everything for you to get them to the doctor. There's things that are going to be fantastic. Let's not forget the scope of what we're looking at. And I don't know about you, it looks so interesting to me. So thank you for hearing from me. I promise I won't overtalk tonight, but I just wanted to get my 2 cents in with that. I love Stack with that AI. So I hope you will too.
Thank you, Willow, very much. And if they operate on me, he better be in the same room. Okay. So, all right, next we have Engineer Mike. Oops. There you go.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Leadership Council members and tech guys for the brilliant presentation. I just wanted, this question is for Uncle Bob. If you could just please give us a little more in depth. Let's get kind of a little clearer picture how AI will be functioning in one of our products, the O Tracker. Please, thank you.
I would love to. Is that okay with the, is that in line, Bob? Schedule for tonight, or?
You're good. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay. Yes. O Tracker, to me too, is one of those products that Mr. Ash and our tech guys, they have also done a very, very masterful job. Very, very masterful job in creating this product. O Tracker. You know, O Tracker, it's when Mr. Ash talks about transforming your marketing solutions to ONPASSIVE will help you to transform your digital marketing strategies for a complete business transformation. I think of O Tracker. Remember, O Tracker helps you for you to keep track of your customers. You build your brand. You're building your brand with your customers. So when those customers come to your website, OTracker keeps track of them. They have combined business intelligence and artificial intelligence to build this product. So when customers come to your website, they keep track of these customers for you. How much time they spend on their website, their location, you know, everything, their comments that they make, their likes, everything that the customers come to your website, how much time they spend, everything. OTracker is keeping track of this, trapping them and keeping track of them for you. Now, how does that benefit you in the long run? You know, I have a unique way of actually explaining OTracker. I'm sure that's where Michael is getting at. So I have this lady in our team. So sometime last year, she called me up and was trying to have an understanding of OTracker, how it works. And this is how I explained to her. Her name is CV1G. I'm sure she's watching. Hello, CV. So she has an imaginary business that we've given her. So I imagine that she has a website. She's a very elegant lady. She sells African clothes and perfumes. So she has a website. And customers come to our website and buy her products. Let's assume now that she has OTracker. So as she has OTracker in her system, she realizes that her customers are coming from somewhere in Des Moines, Iowa. Well, in Des Moines, Iowa, it happens to be a lady there who used to be a Peace Corps, who used to work in Cameroon, who loves African outfits. So when she went online and was shopping for African outfits, OTracker trapped her IP address, and OTracker also have OTracker, so it pushed her to her website. So she fell on her website, and then she bought her product. And then on the following Sunday, she wore that outfit and went to her church. And when she went to her church, guess what happened? Everybody in her church wanted those products, the outfit. So now they started buying. As they're buying, but at some point, the sales slows down. She realized that the sales slows down. Now, OTracker is keeping track of all her customers. So she realized that as they go online and they're making comments, they're complaining about the price. They're saying that the OTracker realizes that the price is a little too much, it's too high. Business intelligence. Now they've captured that. The system now realizes that the problem here might be a price. Now this is a possibility of what the system could do based on my knowledge. So as it realizes that the problem here is the price, the system could drop down the price. Now she has a baseline where she will not fall below, of course. The system could drop down the price, and then OTracker, knowing exactly where these customers are, they could also launch a promotion without her doing anything. So now she sits in her house and she realizes that her sales just exploded. Her little storage is in her basement with all her stuff. So she's selling everything and she's making more orders because she cannot meet up her demand. Now, OTracker is monitoring her customer base, monitoring everything, collecting this business analytics, and then making decisions. The system is programmed through all the processes and acting for her. So that's one of the awesome power of OTracker. It's also integrated with, OTraffic, as we know, all daily funnel. So everything, as soon as you launch it, you have everything. So Miss CV1G is able to capture her customers and then keep track of them real quick. And the system, through its AI programming and robotic process automation and decision making, everything that we just talked about, that is what is happening, Michael. Through all those steps, you collect the data, the information, you process it, you mine it, you predict, you make a decision, you drop the price. Robotic process analysis will send out possibly a commercial, a promotion, and then drop down your price. So that's what OTracker does. And that is why Mr. Ash could say that this product will help you transform your digital marketing strategies for complete business transformation. I rest my case.
Yeah, can I just add something about OTracker?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so O-Tracker, we're talking about, O-Tracker has something they call geolocation.
Yes.
So, and what is O-Tracker? It tracks the IP address and it makes decisions on your shopping habit. So for instance, look at when you go online, because remember, a lot of people shop online. How many people go again to the high street? They don't go to high street. You stay and you shop online. So remember, every devices, last time we talked about devices, and now we're talking about O-Tracker, which is one of the component, one of the product that track your IP address. So for instance, say you like to shop in Amazon. You go sometimes to shop for food stuff and drugs. So they, or whatever item you want, they look at your shopping habit. What will happen? They will throw every brand in front of you. Every time the brand is just, you know, for instance, you can open your Yahoo Mail or your Gmail and you look, a lot of stuff coming. You say, no, I didn't want this. I didn't really ask for this. It's because they have tracked your shopping habit and now they are throwing everything based on your IP address. They look at it every time and they throw it. And at one point, you will shop. Whether you like it or not, you will shop. Something will happen and it will trigger you to buy. That is the beauty about O-Tracker. It tracks and it look at the geolocation, like what our Bob just said. For instance, you are in another part of the world, say you're selling something really nice. Now we're talking about artificial intelligence embedded in our O-Tracker. They can look at the location of those stuff. Say you are looking for a nice car, a brand of car. You said, okay, this car is in UK. What will happen? IP track or O-Tracker will point you to that direction of the product, the location of the type of item you are looking at, and it will throw it on you, and then you can go for it. And that is the beauty about it. You know, everything is built by artificial intelligence. That's why a lot of people just stay at home and they shop, because it's just there in front of them. Without your IP address, nobody, you cannot even see the market.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, thank you, Collins. Yes, and we also have geofencing, you know, where you can have a geographic area that you want to concentrate on. And O-Tracker also have a utility for fraud detection. O-Tracker is bad news. It's total bad news to scammers. Bad news. We know our founder is a very highly ethical man. O-Tracker has fraud detection utility embedded inside. So every scammer would have to buy a new device, maybe new laptop or new phone or whatever, because once the system, remember, AI, artificial intelligence, is naturally detects. It has a natural detection capability, you know. So once they detect you, they pick up your IP address, they blacklist. You can never come inside ONPASSIVE platform. You have to go buy a new laptop or a new phone. So ONPASSIVE is making his scammers' lives miserable. I just wanted to add that. Thank you, Collins.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Collins. Excellent.
Yeah.
Marcian, come on down.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all the Leadership Council. Hi, Julie. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I have a question, and I know we're talking about the AI. My question goes with the AI where we started. I love to do picture. I love to do design stuff, to create things from my head and try to do something with that's go along with ONPASSIVE and write anything in. So my question is this: is the Audit and O-Create, are we going to have an inside Audit and O-Create if we have somebody that is teaching in academy? Will I be able to take classes to know how much I can use that particular product to do everything that I want to do as a founder? Or did I have to go from my back office and learn it instead of going to academy? So that's my question.
Well, but what I know is, Omar C, good question, is every product is going to come with a manual, or I think with a small manual of some sort of how you use the product. So each of us are going to have the ability to have some guidance on how we use this product. Is it possible that maybe someone can actually use Academy to expand on it? Of course, why not? Someone could actually do a tutorial, a major tutorial inside Academy to help people actually understand how to use Audit. But Audit as a product comes to you as a founder in the back office with a manual, which you'll be able to walk through and then understand the features and the functionalities as they are. I think you being as smart as you are, I think it should suffice for you. The manual that each of these products are going to come with, especially Audit that you are interested in, the manual should suffice you to understand exactly what the features are, what you can do and what you can't do. But I believe also in Academy, some expert could use that platform to expand on the product for the benefit of others.
Okay, if you have to follow my question, if somebody is Audit or Create, what I want to know in Academy, are they going to have people out there that this product is going to be selling to them, or they are going to implement it in Academy or in any other products, like just be in there? Is it going to be a product that somebody can say, I'm going to just buy or Create?
Okay, I got you.
A single application, or I'm going to buy just Audit as a single application and do something with. That's one thing I want to know.
Now I got you. No, that question is best to be answered by our founder. I'm not sure what the packages are. I know that they are working on several different packages, but I don't know if there are this a la carte where you can. Yeah,
I think most of those products are all standalone products. You know, we are seeing it in O-Founder, because O-Founder is like, let me put it in a simple way, it's our warehouse. So it contains everything. But remember, all these products are standalone products. Somebody can come only for O-Create. Some can come only for Audit. And Mr. Ash can decide whatever add-ons he wants to put. So you come for Audit, and they say, okay, you can have this, you can have this, you can have this. Remember, so that's how I believe it will work. But again, I can decide I want to come only for O-Create, and that is it. O-Create is website builder. I just want to play a website, drag and drop and go without writing all code and all of those things. And I can say, yes, this is the best product for me. Can I have it? Yes. What is the subscription fee monthly? Because I want to use it. Remember, a lot of IT companies, they go around looking for this product. You know, some of them will just get it and they said, okay, I just need this bundle because I want to use it to facilitate my work within, to create something and build something and sell out there. So remember, that is how it will be. ONPASSIVE is an IT company, and they'll be building application as a standalone application or as a bundle, and then give it out there, not only for the founder, but for customers and those who are coming.
Marcino, let me interject you something here too. If a lot of people that are coming in are business people, let's say, or something like that, why would they want to buy something a la carte when they can buy the whole Happy Meal? Okay, so you're going to see that's pretty good, wasn't it, Karina? That just came up with that. You know, I don't think you'll see very many people just buying one product. I think you'll see 90% of the people buying the whole packages. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What do you think?
No, it's true. Yeah, it just depends. Yeah. So it depends. It's true. Yeah, you're right.
Marcin, does that answer your question for you?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much. I know we have great products, and there's nobody will go away. Even if they were coming just for that, they will not go. They will get everything when they get in.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So what they do is they come for one, and they can say, wow, this is there, I have this, I need this, I need it. And remember, our product is more sophisticated, and then it's fair again when it comes to pricing. So they can come for one, and they say, my goodness, I'm here, I come from, say, I decide to use O staff, right? And the next minute I saw O counting. My God, I need O counting. So it's just that you have a package, a bundle, and you can say, okay, I need OPF, internal communication software. Company will come and say, okay, I need this bundle because I can just get all of this for one price. So you come one and you get everything for one price. Remember, a lot of companies go and they buy here, here, here. It costs them a lot, but they are coming into ONPASSIVE where they can get a bundle for one price.
Yeah, let me also add into that. ONPASSIVE is going to like really grab the market because companies, we do have this thing they call licenses.
Yeah,
they do have licenses. ONPASSIVE is not going to it's not going to behave like them because it's all about money, subscription fee. Then you pay the subscription fee every year. Then you come again, you pay for licenses. How many users they want to use it? For example, the Zoom we are using. You know, I don't know how much our CEO is paying for it, but it comes with licenses depending on the amount of users. So with ONPASSIVE, you have unlimited. Going to Marcia's question about Ocademy and OCreate and ODay. For what I can remember last year, the CEO told us that Ocademy comes at least with about 8 different products that is already integrated into it that they can use. But like Collins just said also, when you come for one product, you can buy 4 because you will see that the other provider or the other provider, what they do provide to you, you pay licenses and you pay subscription fee. But when you come, they can give you 4. It will not be up to the price that you pay for one. You know, so ONPASSIVE, our marketing strategy, our product, cost effective. I think we are going to like grab the market. Thank you.
Excellent, guys. Thank you. All right. Miss Willow has her hand up again. You have another question? Okay. Briefly, tell us what you're going to say.
Well, I'm asking a question from one of my team members, who is a very bright lady. She said, well, we were talking about OTracker, Bob. And she said, we're already tracked. I can't go online and look at a cream or anything without them bombarding me in my email address, you know, with being tracked. What is the difference with passive on tracker than the tracking that's already occurring in the marketplace? And well, I got to add the little codicil here. Will a VPN shut it down to where it can't track us?
Possibly, but remember, ONPASSIVE is sending you targeted customers, Miss Willow. So
okay, gotcha.
Yes, the customers that are coming to you are not random customers. Okay, the customers coming to you are targeted customers. Are customers that, based on our business analytics that we've done, they want the product that you are offering. For instance, like the example I just gave about Miss Wanji, my teammate. The lady went on her website, was looking around for some African outfit, and OTracker grabbed her and pointed her to her website. So the traffic is targeted. Targeted, that means these are people.
That's the key, huh?
For the things that you want. Yes.
Let me also add to that. ONPASSIVE is not there to track individuals. No.
Right.
No. This is a business. ONPASSIVE is a company with heart. You know, we are not there to track individuals, where they are going, what they are doing. No. It's strictly for business.
But Oliver, we are tracked for business, is what I was trying to say to Bob.
Yeah.
You know, when I want to buy a brisket at Aldi's, for example, I get bombarded with, you know, from everybody. So I think our business now is the internet. I do all my shopping on internet. I do all my groceries. They're delivered to me right to my door. You know, I do it all online. So I'm tracked at every move I make. What I was trying to differentiate or find out how I could tell her, because we were discussing that today, was number one, how is OTracker different than the trackers that are out there already? because I know when I use a good VPN, I can keep them off my back. And I'm wondering, are we going to be stifled using OTracker?
So let me answer that question, Bob. So we're talking about digital products. Remember, what you are saying, what is happening, all those business, they are just like maybe groceries and stuff like that. But we are talking about ONPASSIVE, developing digital products. Some of the products is something that we cannot sell. If you ask me, go and sell maybe old stuff, how many people do I know? But we're talking about targeted traffic, because remember, there are people who need these products. We don't know them. But what will happen with OTracker is that the OTracker can pinpoint and look at this person and say, okay, you are looking for this. This is where it is.
Yes.
I got you. I got you.
Yes. So it's not like something to just go and pick random people who don't even need the product and bombard them. No, I am looking for something. OTracker can identify me. And OTracker, which is ONPASSIVE tracker, can identify me and say, okay, I am looking for this gadget. We have it. This is it. Look at it, and I'll take it.
Gotcha.
Exactly. The OTracker is tracking people that come to us, not tracking people that don't want us.
Not the others.
Yeah. In other words, somebody put something out there and they're asking for a conference meeting or a conference, whatever. It will track them and put in front of them the best tracker in the world. I mean, the best conference in the world, which is OConnect. It's not randomly running out tracking people to see that. It's not going to do that.
It's not like Facebook tracking.
No.
Or grocery store tracking.
Well, they will never sell your info. But
I was trying to explain that today, and I did a terrible job. So I'm so glad you guys cleared that up.
No, but that's all right.
I got something to fall back on now. Anyway,
the reason people get a bunch of bombardments is once you punch in online what you're looking for, it's going to follow you around for the next 3 or 4 weeks, somewhere, somehow. I mean, that's part of business now. But with ONPASSIVE, they're not going to randomly track people. They're going to go, somebody says, I want this. It's going to see them and it's going to give them what they want at the best quality in the world. That's what it's going to do.
Well, that's the difference that I was looking for, Marty. Thank you. And the rest of the IT guys up there, Oliver and Mike, and you guys did a great job. I'm so excited over this. I get carried away with AI.
All righty. Thank you, Willow.
You're welcome. Thank you, darling.
Yes. One more thing. Ash isn't going to be able to make it. He's tied up. But he did say hello to everybody and just pass on that Monday if you want to hear what's coming up. It's a good place to be. Monday's not the big event, but it's the place where you can hear about stuff that's coming.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's what he said. Okay. So.
All right. Thank you, Marty. Well, Miss Julia, I'm glad to see you got all beautified for me. Come on and speak.
You're funny, Ron. Hi, Ron. Hi, Lynn. Hello, Bob. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Julie. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, Oliver. Nice to meet you, Colin.
Thank you, Julie.
I honestly don't understand the tech part of it, but this is how I simplify in my mind, right? And I know I did spoke out one of these webinar, and I asked Mr. Ashmore for it, and he said, yeah, you're on the right track. So this is what I'm thinking, right? What ONPASSIVE, or generally is, let's just say ONPASSIVE is gathering data, right? And everywhere, every big company gathering data by listening to, study our habit of type of shopping, right? Study habit of things that we do online. Basically, what they're doing is they're gathering all of that data, right? And then they'll sort it out, and then they'll take that information that they sorted out, they'll go sell it to other people, right? That's how I believe that's how they're doing nowadays, currently. For example, we all talk about Facebook, and this is how I understood. And hopefully, if I'm not clear somewhere, I hope the tech guys would be able to help me understand this. So I'm going to use Facebook as one of the example. They gather all of our data, our shopping, the way we post things, the way we like things on Facebook, the way we share things. So they collect all of those data, and then they'll bring it out, and then they group it into regions or area or age group, so that they can bring, be an area where customers or business owner can choose a region they want to target, right? That's how it is nowadays, because we as a business owner, we have to go out there and search for customer, right? We have to put our target of searching in certain area and search for it. We don't get the customer come to our store. We have to go out there and search for them, right? I believe what ONPASSIVE does is that they're still gathering data like everyone else, but remember, ONPASSIVE is AI with a heart. It doesn't go and sell our information or the data that they're gathering together. And what they're doing is this is what I believe, right? What ONPASSIVE does, gathering as much data as possible, and then it went through machine learning. It sorted out who needs what and what needs what, right? And then it brings that type of customer to the business that in ONPASSIVE, right? And I don't think there's anything that is out there nowadays. As business owner, as myself, and I've been saying this a lot, I have to pay for my own marketing. I have to pay to build my own brand. I have to bring my brand and be in everyone's face in order for me to let people know what I am doing. Now, ONPASSIVE does all of that for us. ONPASSIVE will deliver. Let's say I'm in real estate. I have a home that has, let's say, 5 garages, for example, right? ONPASSIVE will deliver the people that looking for a property with 5 garages and coming right into my door, right? My job as a business owner, I have to know what type of values I am offering to those customers in order for them to take the action to be able to buy or put down payment or make the offer in the property. And that's how I understand. It's a reverse of what we are facing every single day. If you are a business owner, you know how hard it is to bring a customers, right? It took me 7 years to write a real estate column in my local newspaper in order for me to get one customer, although everywhere I go, people said, I love what you put out there. Not only that I write about real estate, I wrote about investment, I wrote about all sort of things, but it took me 7 years to do it. Why? It's easy. I have to pay for in order for me to be in front of everybody. And the more I pay, the more I get, not what I really want. I just get more people looking at it, but the decision making is up to them. But see, here's the thing. I have to go out there and search for those people. ONPASSIVE does is ONPASSIVE deliver that technology, that customer to us using the artificial intelligence and machine learning that they built from the ground up. Now, remember, a lot of the company have the technologies and the product. They don't build it themselves. They just have the marketing plan around the product that they have to sign up with another company, right? ONPASSIVE built all of that technologies from the ground up. They own it, they doing it, they build, they want to make changes, it's up to them, they do it, and they do it with the heart. So the way how I understood is, it's gathering data, wrap the heart around it, and deliver that values. That's why Mr. Ashmore always talk about delivering values to the people. And I believe we do have the technology to do that. I hope, does that make sense? The tech guys here, please let me know if my thinking is.
Yes, Julie, correct. You got it.
Julie, that's perfect.
That's perfect, yeah. Julie. We are building products. We are building coming up with new technology that is going to beat all the other technology, because we have AI that is embedded into it from scratch. You said it all, and the CEO has said it, and he has said it again. We are not going to sell anybody's data out like the other companies. We will not.
No.
So that is the beauty of ONPASSIVE.
Yeah.
Right. And so does that mean that, so basically all of the products are working together to deliver that targeted traffic to us, right?
Yeah.
And it makes it simple where everyone can literally do that without they understand coding, without anyone understand how to do certain things, right? Okay. Thank you so much for validating my understanding.
Yes,
I know where Julie's one thing I wanted to add before you come in. You know, to write code is one of the most difficult things you can even think of. Sleepless night, you know. And what those guys have done, if we look at one of our products, we are talking about Create. If you look at a lot of sites where, for instance, you have a program to build website, you know, it is difficult, really difficult. There are programs that you look at it as a programmer or a developer. You said, no, I can't use this. But we are talking about Create, where you don't even have to write code and you can build your website just by simple drag and drop. Who don't want to use it because normally we'll just surely become lazy because someone already built it for me and I can just go and drag, drop, and everything is just running behind because the scripting is behind, but you can just drag and drop. Even those who don't even know coding can just use it and build their website without doing anything. So that's what I just want to do. You've just well said. It's make our life easy.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Julie. That was great.
Sorry, I forgot to say hi to Vincent. Hi, Vincent. Nice to meet you.
To add to that, Ron, what I think also what Julie is trying to say is that tonight's activity is just educational for us as founders to understand or to know. Okay, you don't have to know anything about the products. Absolutely nothing. The system is an automated system. It works for you. Remember, the system goes out there, find the customers, bring us the customer, sell your products for you, give you a commission, and everything is automated. So you don't have to know any single thing about computer, about the system. As long as you are a founder, you are plugged in, it's plug and play. You plugged in, and that's it. The system does its magic for you. So I just wanted to bring that out. I think that's also one of the things that Joey was trying to say there.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob, very much. Okay, moving on. I have Mr. Dan Street. It's a good thing you raised your hand because I was going to call on you next anyway. So unmute yourself and give us some words of wisdom.
Yeah. No, great presentation, all you guys. You know, I took some notes. I'm going to have to read through them again to over and over again to try and understand them. But we're all talking here tonight about the digital products, but we also have to keep in mind that ONPASSIVE is not only, and Ash has told us this, it's not only digital products. We're going to have a lot of physical products here too. So I have a question for you guys. How is the AI technology going to be implemented, do you think, going to be implemented with our physical products that we have for sale? They're going to be in the back office. We're going to have each one of the physical products, it's my understanding, in our back office, and we're going to be able to sell those things. But we might have access to them in other ways. And how do you think AI technology is going to be implemented with the physical products?
Okay, I actually thought about this maybe like, so Dan, good to see you. This is just my own thinking. I share this with you, Oliver. This is just my own thinking, right? I'm thinking that the physical products, they are going to be integrated they're going to be integrated somehow. And then the traffic is also going to be driven on those products on our behalf. That's how I think that is going to work. I don't see any other way for us, like how it's going to be so, other than also driving traffic on those products, just like they are driving traffic on the digital products. Maybe there will be a tab somewhere that is listing all the physical products that we have for sale, and then we have them in image or something of that nature. And then when customers come to your domain, they select the physical products, and then it comes out of inventory, something of that nature. But traffic is going to be driven to us, just like the traffic is being driven for our digital products. That's just the way I'm thinking. I'm not sure.
I thought as much as
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was just thinking. I said, okay,
yeah,
we have physical products. Again, sales will be done both online and offline, right? We don't know. That's my thinking. And if it is online, what will Mr. Ash do is to drive traffic to the site where those products are listed. So customers can still buy it online. That's what I was thinking, because there is no way you can do it like you try to inject artificial intelligence within the product. But remember, again, most of the physical products, we don't know if they have an app or application, web application embedded in it. What will happen? It will still be embedded with artificial intelligence. All the app we are using is the same. But that's my thinking. Anyway,
we should also remember that we are going to have a large customer and a large users flowing in from different companies. So a lot of people who also want, since we also have physical products, they want to use they'll come to us to buy, because they know that we have. I can remember the CEO told us that our database now, or our cloud service, has a capacity of 1 billion users that can carry 1 billion users, and they will keep scaling them up. So a lot of companies will come to us to come and buy for traffic, or to come and, and they want to use any of our physical products or digital products, because they know that we have the market.
Yeah, let me add to that, because Oliver's 100% right. The day will come that we are the hunted, which means you can go to Facebook right now and go to their marketing, the marketing platform that they have, and buy almost anything you want. And everybody knows you can go there, the marketplace. They don't advertise. They don't need to, because once you start to get so many people on Unpassive, when you hit that curve where you're, in fact, the advertising part of Unpassive will not be the same when that happens, because like Oliver said, and other people are saying, the day will come that we are the hunted. So people will actually come into Unpassive to market. I know that sounds crazy, but the day will come that will be the fact. They will use the tools, but there'll be so many items and physical products like in all over the inside of Unpassive, that they can go to this mall, walk up and down the mall and pick anything they want, anything. And it will get out there that, hey, if you need it, Unpassive has it. Then you'll get big companies coming in and say, I want to advertise. Why? We got 1,200,000 people now. Do they buy cars, trucks, soda? I mean, everything. We buy everything. But we're not the hunted yet. When it will happen, when you hit that number, whether it's a billion people or whatever it is, where one day we sit back and people are buying from the marketplace. And if they buy from a marketplace on your team, 10,000 people down somewhere, you're going to get a commission. And that will happen. That is the platform that's being built now, is the runway for the largest plane in the world. I've said this before. When that plane lands, a lot of people are coming. Everybody's going to want to see this monster. It'll start off, it's going to start off big, but it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this will be the place to go to buy anything you want. I believe that. Even, keep in mind, if I was a car dealership guy and I was a founder, I would sell my cars from the back office. Why not? I mean, all of it's possible, guys. All of that, that's where we're heading. If you look at the really big picture, my opinion.
Good deal. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to the almighty Bruce for a quick question from him, and then Chris Johnson, you're going to be on deck. So wake up. Go ahead, Bruce.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Colin. You guys are always fantastic, and you explain things on the way only you can. You know, one thing that's very important is to know that we, Unpassive, is a company with compassion for the world, and with compassion comes integrity. And because of where we belong to how people will view us, it doesn't matter whether it's a product is an outside product or not. People will come here because they know the integrity of what we present. I like to keep things simple because I think Ash likes to keep things simple. And Marty says this all the time too. You have to understand, it's very important to understand that everything is done for you. It doesn't matter if you don't understand AI or security or any of those things, because all of that is, all you are doing is showing us what Unpassive has, what's the backbone behind Unpassive. But still, if you don't know that, everything is still done for you. And it's even when Julie talks about clients and stuff, every client that you will get from Unpassive, you will probably never talk to because you don't have to, because it's all done for you. So when we start working on, well, what about this and what about that, the mind has a tendency, like, to confuse us and making us go into a whirlwind of what will go on, what's going to happen and all that. What's going to happen is we will have a very large marketing campaign that will shatter this world. We will then want to have our global launch, which will be a total paradigm shift in what people are doing today. And you know what? Every one of us, whether we're a brilliant IT guy or you're a housewife who knows nothing, or just anybody who knows nothing, you still want to get the benefit of Unpassive. Because, but what Laura has a passion for is to have everybody succeed and have this world become a better place. We have a lot of things, we have robots, we will connect, we have all these wonderful things that are all about connection. They're all about getting us to come together as in unity, like we are here, in unity throughout the world. All this takes time. So what we have to do is we can see it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But we should also know that it's already here. What we're doing now is waiting for the day and going through the beta testing and waiting for the day when Ash will say, we're going to launch. No, not to worry. Not to worry, children. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is okay. Absolutely. 100%.
Good deal. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks for sharing that. All right, Big Head. Come on down, Big Head. Where are you? Chris Johnson.
I'm here. First of all,
good evening.
You four tech guys. All right, you guys are, you're way out of my pay scale because you guys are pretty phenomenal in all your information. And I'm going to be the first guy to say it all the time. I don't know nothing about technology, but what I do know is about Unpassive. I don't know nothing about a computer, but what I do know is all about Unpassive. I couldn't tell you how to do many things on any kind of electronic device, but I know what Unpassive is going to do for all of us. I'm not the educational guy like you guys. You guys amaze me, what you know and the careers you've built, and I appreciate you, everything you do. Even though I don't have diddly squat what you're talking about, but I do know you're talking about Unpassive, and I do know what Unpassive is going to do for all of us. But I appreciate you, every one of you, the things that are coming our way. I think it's almost like a dream to me. I wake up every day thinking, man, I can't wait to wake up to realize that AI, Unpassive, Ash Mafara, this wonderful staff is working for me while I'm sleeping. I still find that amazing. And you know what? It's still hard for me to accept from all the years I worked labor. So I can't wait to wake up one morning and turn on my phone and not have 5,000 messages and just be able to look in that wall and say, wow, that's pretty darn nice. And I can't wait to see what the Zooms are going to look like after we launch, because there's going to be, I think, I'm going to say 3 months to 6 months, all these people that have these extremely hard times right now. Those are the faces I want to see lit up. Those people that ask me 50,000 times, Chris, when are we going to launch? And you know what? My heart bleeds for them because I know what they're going through. I'm blessed. I'm blessed because I got a company that's going to allow me to help everyone out that I can. And I got a whole bunch of people. Like, what do we got? 1,200,000, 300,000? That's going to help out. That's my promise I make on every webinar. The only way I could truly thank Ash Mafara, and I think that's the only way you're going to truly thank Ash Mafara, is to do what he set out to do originally, is help out. Okay? AI really is nothing compared to helping everyone. But because of AI and Passive, we're going to be able to enjoy life. But I'm telling you right now, folks, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, there's a lot of you on here that I know have given their whole lives to help people. I know that. I've seen the stories. But to those who haven't maybe started that yet, or maybe you just didn't have the funds to do it, that's what I want to see your face, because that's going to bring you the most joy you've ever seen or felt in your life. You could be brokenhearted, completely brokenhearted and dead, and you help out someone that's more brokenhearted and more dead than you, you're going to come alive. This company is going to raise people so far up. It's going to be unbelievable. So I'm excited. I'm extremely proud of every single one of you for getting out there and educating people and pushing yourself to get this out to different people. Our families, the ones, that give us a little negativity, just a little, boy, are they going to be happy with us. You're going to get some really good hugs from your children. I can promise you that, because I got those. Dad, come on. Have you made any money? Well, not yet, but it's coming. I'm going back to it's coming with my kids. But you know what? They're going to be extremely happy. They all got positions just to make sure I got them some extra positions, because I really love hugs. And I know they're going to be running from all corners of the world, because I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like their dad. They're going to want to travel, see things, help out. Everywhere you go, folks, someone needs help. I don't care if you walk out your front door, if you go down to the store down the street, if you jump on a plane and fly overseas, there's thousands of people out there who's never even had a cell phone, a car, a vacation, a hot meal 3 times a day. That's the people that we got to change for the better. There's going to be people out there that it's going to be a struggle. Ash talked about breaking it down. Mental disabilities, drug disorders. You got to understand, this is going to be something huge. I don't look at it about what's coming at me. I already know this. To me, it's a guarantee that's coming at me. But my God, if I can help 50 million people with the help of 1,200,000 people to better their lives, imagine what this world is going to be like. I really think Unpassive is going to knock all the barriers down. I really think it's going to fix racism, which is really big to say, because when people understand what people of many colors and religions through Unpassive right now have done, they're going to say, man, what do these guys know that we don't? It's called love and compassion. And that came straight out of Ash Mafara's heart. And he's sunk it into all of us. And I'm extremely excited about that and very thankful. And Marty DeGarmo, don't ever call yourself an idiot, because you're a blessing to me and everyone on here. You tech guys, you keep rocking it out, because one of these days I'm going to learn something from you. I just got to write it down, look up a book, and then hopefully AI will help out this idiot here to understand what you're saying. But I appreciate every one of you. Lynn and Ron, thanks for having me. I love every one of you. Thank you. Back to you, Lynn.
Thanks, Chris. Julie, did you have something else you wanted to add?
Thank you so much, Ron and Lynn. I appreciate for you to let me back in again. Along with what Chris said, I do understand, and I do know a lot of us have hearts out there and can't wait to do it. But your current situation kind of holds you away from it. All of us will need to make that decision, right? It doesn't matter where you are in life right now. It doesn't matter how how difficult it is now. If you look at ONPASSIVE, if you come enjoy webinar, look at all these beautiful faces on here, to be honest with you, it will change your life. And you are the only person can make that decision. Every single day, we make thousands of decisions. We wake up and we said, am I going to have a great day today? Am I going to looking forward to my ONPASSIVE life? You really have to live that ONPASSIVE life today, right now. Because if you are living somewhere where you're focusing on your current situation, and I do understand many of us, not here in the US, maybe in other country, you're looking at the situation and, I don't know, where am I going? You're hopeless. If you wake up every day, all you have to do, it's just a switch in mind, in our mind, that I am looking forward to my ONPASSIVE life with all 1.2 million friends around the world. And I'm looking for that moment when I get to hug Marty, I get to hug Chris, I get to go and to Papua New Guinea and hug Mary, right? And I get to see all these friends, and I can get to fly to Florida and see Ron, Lynn, Bruce. I mean, to be honest with you, that joy that you're looking forward to, that you're living in that moment today, it's going to make your day feel better. And even if ONPASSIVE, take a month, 2, 3 months, or 6 months, it doesn't matter. You will feel that joy in you. And when you unstuck yourself in that situations, you actually think more and you could be more creative. And you're stuck today, it will unstuck you. Seriously, if we all could make that decision and be flexible, when you show up, on the day, for example, Mr. Ash said he's going to show up today, but he's busy. He got things that he's taking care. It's okay, right? Just be cheerful, be lovely. Every day we all making that decision. So I just wanted to share this to a lot of our friends out there that said, when is it going to launch? Why aren't we launching? Yes, we have been launching for the last 3 years, right? So make that decision. Live ONPASSIVE today, not when the apples come. Live it today. I guarantee you, the joy, the excitement, the rumbling, the earthquake, it's inside of you. And you are the only one can make that decision. So I do hope that when you come to these webinars, a lot of great information here. If I didn't show up today, I would not be able to understand about more of what I understood before. So thank you, the tech gentlemen that are here. Thank you, Ron, Lynn. You guys are always giving us more for what we expect. But remember, it's all done for us. It's simple. And live your ONPASSIVE life today. Live it today. I guarantee you, it will change your life. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Lynn, for letting me talk. Appreciate you both.
Lynn, back to you.
All righty. I think we're ready to wrap it up, but before we go, I want to give our 4 IT professionals a chance to speak. You might have had some things you wanted to share and didn't have a chance to. So any one of you 4 can go ahead and speak. Bob.
Let me start. I want to thank everybody that's here today. Hey, Chris Johnson, thanks very much, big bro. So I want to thank everybody and say hi, and that with AI, where we are today with the technology, we are in a very good position and we are fine, and we are going to lead. Well, we should listen and follow and have faith to our founder, Mr. Ash Mufara, who is the CEO, that he is really crazy about technology and he wants to take us and lead us to this journey. We should not only think about the apples, like my brother Chris Johnson just said, the human part of it also to help. There are a lot of people out there for us to help. You know, Julie also just said it. There are a lot of people out there for we to help. If you go out of your house, like Chris Johnson said, you will see many people out there for us to help. And we should try, no matter how small or how much we are going to get from the apple. So, you know, we should try to share. When you share, God sees you. Mr. Mufara, he has done something that nobody on this earth has, you know. When you look at the other CEOs them out there, swimming in billions of dollars, and there are people, you have military people out there, you go to all the downtowns in all the cities in the United States, homeless people, veterans out there, go to Africa, people cannot afford $1 meal a day, you know, and they are swimming in billions of dollars. But our CEO, like I keep saying it, that he's going to be a case study to most of the university, and he's the one that is also going to have a Nobel Peace Prize for peace and for help. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Before we have the other 3 remaining IT professionals speak, let's have Richard ask his question or make his comment. Hi, Richard. Go ahead.
Love all of you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, you know, Chris and the others that are talking about passion towards other human beings. Yesterday, when I got to the stoplight from going to town, there was this man with a sign saying, I lost my job. I need help for my family. His wife was sitting there with 6 little kids. I stopped. All I had was $23 in my pocket. I gave it to him, but I noticed it was warm and that the kids and the wife seemed to be kind of dehydrated a little bit. So I went to Dollar General and I bought those sticks with cheese, and I bought some juices, and I bought some water, and I brought them about $40 worth of, you know, small little snacks, cookies and stuff like that, and something to drink. That man gave me a hug, and I told him, where are you from? He says, we ran away from Romania. Well, I says, welcome to the United States. And I says, welcome to Canada too, because I'm a Canadian. But that hug that man gave me, you know, I've always spoken about that heart full of love that we receive from God. Well, I felt it from that man. Then I walked over and I says, is it okay if I go see your wife and kids? She says, okay. And I walked over and I spoke with I know they didn't understand, but I told his wife, explain to the children what I'm saying. And I told them, I says, God loves all of you and he will take care of you. You are in a good country and the God will bless and take care of all of you. And she spoke with the children, and I saw such a smile from those little ones, even the baby smile that was in a diaper. And I told them, I says, don't forget that money is to get the milk for the baby. And I came home and I felt so good inside. I wanted to leave you with that, saying that that's what ONPASSIVE is all about, the heart. And I love y'all. Kiss and hug.
Love you, Richard. And you know, when ONPASSIVE starts going, which is going to be very soon, imagine what's going to happen, Richard. You know, with the apples coming and with the huge hearts that founders have, there's going to be such a nice effect on the world, on humanity. So there'll be a lot more stories like the one you shared, but probably at a larger level, a bigger magnitude that affects more people, because we'll have the apples to do it. So it's a really exciting time for all of us in ONPASSIVE. And I think every one of us here is grateful just to know about ONPASSIVE and be in it. We are so blessed. And we're going to bless many, many people with our apples. So thank you for sharing that. All righty, let's go back to our IT professionals. We still have Vincent, Collins, and Bob to hear from.
Me? Okay.
Got to
Sure.
go? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let me take. So just want to thank everyone again. Yeah, it's been a pleasure again to be, a founder on ONPASSIVE and to meet great people like Marty, Mike Els, Julie, all the council member, Lynn, you guys are great. But now let me step a little back and look at the product. When I look at ONPASSIVE, three things always strike me in my mind: products, automation, embedded with AI, and integration. So those three things, the reason why I always like to touch about this, and Julie just mentioned that people always said, why is it delaying? It's taking too much time. But a lot of people fail to understand that this is an IT company, developing this product from scratch with all these things I've mentioned. It takes time, Bill. And when you remember that, or get it in your mind that it's an IT company, it is not, there is no shortcut in IT. It is process, documentation, legality, everything. Like today, Mr. Ash was not able to be here because there are things he needs to take care of, and it is good for us that he's not even here, because when he's here, there are things that will not be done if he's with us. But thank God he is there doing what he's supposed to do. And the tech team are there developing and building solution upon solution, integration. These things are things that are really, really, very, very, difficult to build. And the slightest mistake, everything will fall apart. In IT, there is no room for error. It must be 99.9%. I always say that 1% is for God, and the rest, the slightest mistake, it's just end of story. There is no room for error. In IT field, there is no room for error, no guarantee. There is nothing. It's always, you must deliver or else you are out of the door. So for all the founders who are here, the reason why we are coming with this tech, this knowledge, is for you to rest assured that it's an IT company. They must do it, with care, and they must follow process until it is there. And we are already there. We are already there. It's just like done. What we see out there is just 5% of what they have done. 95% we don't see. The difficult days, we don't even know about the difficult days. But those who are tech guys, they know the difficult days. They know what is happening behind the scene every day. There are times you get up, you don't want to do anything. There are times you just go, say, no, you know what, I can't even take it. You just go and say, no, can I have 2 hours to rest? And they tell you, go and rest for 2 hours, but still they're waiting for you to come and deliver. So I have been in that situation. And when I said, Oliver will laugh, because when he called me, I said, no, now I cannot take because I really need to sleep because something is really hitting me. Sometimes you go to bed, but your mind is still working because you have not delivered. And there is time frame for you to deliver. And this is what those guys in Hyderabad are facing. I understand what they are doing, their pace, because all of us are in the same boat. So I just want to thank you guys, and we are not here to give IT lecture, but it's just to, educate the founders that things take time. But when the baby is ready, we'll be shouting and jubilating and forget the pain that you've taken, the time to deliver this baby. So I just want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Collins. And I think, when we do understand that this is an IT company and the process the company is going through is very, very involved. It involves software with lots of moving parts, as we say. It helps us as founders of this company to be grateful for the speed at which this company has proceeded. It is just unprecedented, in my opinion. And it helps us to be reassured that everything is going as it should be. Thank you for sharing. Now we have Vincent. Oh, yeah. Yes, go ahead, Vincent.
Okay, hi, Lynn. Yeah. Thank you, Lynn. And thanks, Ron, for this great webinar. Also, thanks all the leadership member here, all the participants. Would like to thank you again for being here for this great webinar. Without you, the webinar wouldn't be great. So once again, thank you all. Thank you, Julie, because I think it's the first time Julie saw me. And then also to let you know that tomorrow we have another great webinar coming tomorrow. I think it's 5 p.m. So I will also invite you for tomorrow webinar. So thanks once again, everyone, and then hope to see you again for another great webinar. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Vincent. And finally, we have Bob Takusi.
Yes, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron, everyone. For me, I have a very gratifying feeling being here. You know, I just feel like all of us are part of history. You know, I have a deep feeling inside my gut that in not too long from now, things are going to change and it's going to be very dramatic. I thank God for giving me this privilege to be here at this time. You know, when I started our presentation today, I talked about that rumble that we hear from the distance, the noise, the rumble is coming closer and closer. Our founder is doing a meticulous job. He's crossing the I's, dotting the T's, making sure everything, like our brother Colin said, everything that is done from an IT perspective is a process, step after step after step. ONPASSIVE is making history, it's going to create history. One of the things that is going to be written about ONPASSIVE and Mr. Mofara is the speed, like Lynn just, the speed in which it took to create this marvel, you know. So we should all rest assured, it takes time. And IT is unpredictable, but we are very close. We are almost there. With ONPASSIVE, we have the product. The product is ours. We have it. We have the market and our price is the best. And we have the best CEO in the world who knows how to drive traffic. So it's a win-win situation. I remember one time, Mr. Ashmore, he said, one of his greatest wishes is to create about 1 million Mother Teresas. I will beckon on all of us founders out there. The one thing that we can do for our founder, Mr. Ashmore, is to go out there and do good. Once we are all in the place where we have to be, that is the best thing. If you want to give anything back to Ash Mufare, let's do good. Let's do good. Because there is a 100% chance that all of us are going to run into abundance very shortly. What we do with it is what is going to touch Ash Mufare. So I thank you for this privilege and I hope to see you again next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. I see we have Cindy Hopkins who would like to say a few words. Hi, Cindy.
Well, hello there, Lynn. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you, by the way, so much to you and Ron for giving this great webinar every Friday night. I love it. And I love our wonderful tech expert brothers who give so much of their time to help all of us little peons, especially someone like me who does not understand technology at all. I'm not like Willow, but I'll tell you what, I'm learning and learning and learning. And you're never too old to learn. And I so appreciate all that you're doing for all of us. And I want to thank all of the leaders and speakers tonight and those who spoke at all. But I do want to also really just reiterate, I feel the same as Bob. We are so blessed, and what we do as far as going out and doing good in the world is so important. I think Willow Griffith said it all earlier when she said, we are ambassadors. And I just really can't stress that enough myself, that we are ambassadors, not just ambassadors of doing good and being part of something wonderful, but we are ambassadors in a company who absolutely backs us and supports us to be ambassadors every step of the way. That to me is absolutely remarkable. Everything you do when you're doing good out there in the world or for your family here on Passive is supported by our CEO and the entire company, the whole format. And, you know, we have brothers like Richard Lamoth, who already is exemplifying what a really true founder does, you know, for helping others. And all of you, the Mike Ellis's, the Marty DeGarmos, the Chris Johnsons, the Julie Nguyen, and I guess everybody here, all of you are ambassadors in what you're sharing knowledge, you're sharing yourself, you're sharing monies, you're sharing just love. And I just want to say I get excited just coming to these and helping to reinforce in me what I'm here for. And maybe that's why I'm here, you know. And I just want to thank all of you for allowing me the privilege of being part of this beautiful company and uniting with all my brothers and sisters. We are truly all connected. And I thank you for that. And thank you for giving me a moment to talk.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yep, you always inspire us and make us grateful for what we have. Very grateful. All right. I think we've come to the closing moments of our webinar tonight. Thank you for being here. It's my time now to thank the many people that make Friday Night Live possible. First of all is my co-host, Ron Hulbert. Thank you, Mr. Hulbert. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Marty DeGarmo, because, you know, he gives up his Friday night. Oh my gosh, every Friday night he gives up for us. He has to log in early and then he has to live stream. And, you know, the live stream is a very important thing. It's going to help OnPassive. It's going to help each and every one of us because it gives OnPassive greater exposure. So many people who are going to be watching the live streams are not founders. They're not in OnPassive, but they're going to find out about it and they're going to hear from us, the founders. They get to hear our hearts and our thoughts. So I think this live streaming is really, really important and we hope to continue to do it. Also, I want to thank Bill Must, who makes our beautiful promotional graphics and our Zoom backgrounds. Thank you so much. I just love our graphics so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to Bruce Gerstein. He is our webinar assistant. Appreciate you a lot. Thank you to Chris Johnson, who always revs us up. He gets us going, right? He's amazing. Love you, Chris. Thank you to all the leaders here today. Let me mention some of them, and I do hope I didn't miss anyone for a change. Thank you, Mahfouz Rahman from Bangladesh. He is here. Cindy Hopkins, who just spoke. Dan Street, thank you for your contribution. Peter Rogers is here tonight. Daryl Cook, Jeffrey Morlock in the attendees list. Mike Ellis, Julie Nguyen, who spoke, Viviana Rodriguez, Peter Schurer, Dr. Bill Williams. And I hope I didn't miss anyone. I might have. If I did, please forgive me. Also, I would like to remind you about Monday, the Corporate Founders Roundtable. Raise your hands if you're going to be there. I want to see. Come on, I want to see some enthusiasm. This is one meeting you don't want to miss because you'll hear from Ash. He'll be making some announcements. So that's really important that we be there. Cindy, did you want to say something? Your hand popped up there. Yeah, go for it, Cindy. Yes? Yes? Cindy?
I made a mistake. I was just clapping and I accidentally, see guys, I told you, I'm just clapping. When you see my hand go up and down, that's just because I'm clapping, all right?
No problem. We don't mind that at all.
Thank you for embarrassing me.
We're only human. I thought you wanted to say something. Oh, I think Mary wants to say something before we go. Mary, did you want to say a few words? Or you were just raising your hand?
That's by mistake.
Okay.
By mistake.
Okay, all right. I get it now. I get it. All right. So Monday is a corporate roundtable. So be there. Don't miss it. Also, don't forget tomorrow is the OTech Pros webinar. The topic will be artificial intelligence and presented by our 4 gentlemen that spoke tonight, as well as we're going to have a special guest, Tony Monk, to talk about marketing. So please join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be live streamed as well, so it's very, very accessible to everyone. I think that is it for tonight. And I also want to thank you, the participants, because without you, we would not have a Friday Night Live. So join us every week at the same time and same link. Come back and see us. Thank you very much, everybody. Unmute and say bye.
Aloha.
Good night.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Good morning, Ron. I'm from Houston. Night from Dubai.
Gladys.
Hi, see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye. Next week.
Recording stopped.
We need to win it. We need to win it.
Good night.
Marty, did I do it right? I don't want to do it incorrectly. I ended the recording. Did I do it right, Marty?
Yes, you did.
All righty. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Take care. I'm gonna end.
Good morning, good evening,
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
A unicorn. Yeah.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you all at the very top where you're
You need to win it.